Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to Rogues Gallery Live. Like I said, welcome everybody to Rogues Gallery Live. This is episode number 181, the latest in statue collecting news and gossip. I'm Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and we're joined by a motley crew of rogues tonight. We've got Mr. Billy over here with a brand new awesome art print that he just put up today. That looks great, by the way.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, that one came out really well. So thanks to Charles over at Choice for getting him. Yeah, he always comes through, you know.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, definitely happy with that one, and looking forward to hearing about what Matt bought this week. You know, because seems to be something different every single week.
Every single week, that's right.
And today is my nephew Ryan's 7th birthday. So if he's watching, happy birthday, little dude! I love you.
Happy birthday! That's awesome. Little celebration tonight. Never hurt nobody. Well, let's see. Let's check in on Matt Martin's wallet tonight. How's it going, Mr. Martin?
What's up, brothers? Going good. It's a brisk 108 here in Florida right now. So, and that's at 8 o'clock my time. So,
yeah.
So it's been brutal the past couple of weeks. I think we set the record for Tampa last week. It was 119 in Tampa.
Gee, Merry Christmas!
And people are going to Disney left and right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, are you crazy? You know what I'm saying?
Just go on Tiana's over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Holly River Rapids. Yeah.
It's like, and then, my friends, well, it's the only time I can go. Well, I wouldn't go. I mean, 110, 115 out, but.
That's nuts. I won't complain about my 95 here then. New.
I would love 95. It's 95 at 5 a.m. here when I go work out. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I do. And I guarantee it's a lot cooler. What a breezy 71. Is that about right, Mr. Delaney over in California?
I'm sure. Yeah,
it's like mid-70s.
All right. That sounds pretty good. I like that. And how's Mr. Delaney tonight from Secret Sanctuary?
Doing just fine. Yeah. Not a lot going on, but doing good.
Got to spend some time doing a little Hollywood action this week, or late last weekend, or whenever that was. I can't remember what day that was. Was it end of the last week?
Was, last Thursday.
That's awesome.
Wait,
I can't.
That's Friday. It was Friday.
Actually, I saw somebody on TikTok that was filming, and they were talking about extras. As the train was coming in, there was some girl that was stepping off, and they were filming the extras.
Was it Friday?
Yeah. So I kept looking for you, but you must have been. I mean, you were. I don't. You were off camera somewhere, but I was like, oh, I bet Delaney's right there.
They kept moving me around. There was one point where I was wearing a Mickey Mouse T-shirt, and at one point they moved me because they didn't want a Mickey Mouse T-shirt prominent in the shot because it's all about Oswald,
Sure.
So
did they dress you?
No, they were okay with what I wore. But yeah, there's going to be a shot of one of the young guys. There's like 3 kids in the show, I think, and they had like a double for one of the guys coming onto the train and then the train pulling out of the station. And I should be in the shot where they pull out of the station because it's a different car than what he's on, but you see several cars as they leave. But yeah, that was an interesting night. We were there pretty late.
That is so cool. Well, I'm glad you got to do that. I'm glad you got the call back for it because I know you were disappointed that first time. So
yeah,
that's awesome. And I think hopefully, if all things work out, I'll get to see you in a couple weeks.
Cool. So when are you coming exactly?
All right. Let me. I'll message you.
Okay. Cool.
The exact dates.
Sounds good.
It's coming up real soon. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
So what's new in the world of collecting, gentlemen? Anything new going on with you guys other than obviously Billy got a new piece of art today? What about the rest of you guys?
I got some art coming in. PO'd some statues, spent money basically.
What are we pre-ordering?
Billy and I, we did the custom life-size Spider-Man. We had it on Godlike. We had open it up, open what's in the box on Godlike, and man, I was just impressed with the paint, and then the eyes light up. I mean, and it looks freaking awesome. And I said, if the paint looks this good, on a screen, I know it looks 10 times better in person. You know what I'm saying? So got that coming. And then I had a message Todd over at Spec Fiction, and that XM Spider-Man where Venom, is kind of, it's got Spider-Man, but then it's got like the symbol lights, all around him. I messaged Todd. I said, "Is this the thing really happening?" He said, "Yeah, XM's back on track." So I had like a gazillion reward points because I never used them at Spec Fiction, so I used that to PO that today.
That's
and then
awesome.
Always art coming in. Art.
Always, yeah.
Yeah, always.
So Matt's having a little issue with his mic. Theodore says Matt sounds like a cane toad. He's trying to fix it. He's trying to fix it. We tried to fix it before the show, so he'll keep playing around with it. Yeah. So anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. It's nice to have everybody here. And Matt called me. What was it? Maybe last week, and we were talking about between the two of us how much money we had spent, and it was a lot, and mostly in art. So it's crazy. The art game definitely takes the cake in terms of, the cost of some of these things that we're putting into our collections. But man, a lot of good stuff. We had obviously San Diego Comic-Con this summer. That's wrapped up. They just had StatueCon near Chicago. A lot of the fellow YouTubers made their way out there, which was fun to see some of that stuff at Collector Zone. So that was really neat. I'm trying to think of, we've had a couple other things shown here and there. I'm excited to do this. I just started unpacking it tonight. So Jeff got to see this one in hand, but this is the prototype of the Supercraft piece. And so I've got about a jillion pieces over there on the floor, on the carpet, ready to be assembled. I got to figure out how to do that, but going to be showing everybody the prototype here. So I can't wait to film that for everybody. And then, do what?
For Morgan.
Yeah, that's right, Morgan. And again, Supercraft, they're the ones that made that Batman with Bruce Wayne down below, which I'm very excited to get in. I can't wait for that one. And
Chris,
so,
how does that? How do the pieces feel? Like, I mean, it's a prototype, but I mean, Sideshow XM-ish.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely like a heavy resin. There are pieces that I think on the prototype might be a lighter material, because that's usually what a lot of times the prototypes they do. They use like either a printed, light rate resin or something. But like this guy right here, he's like real heavy, solid resin, great texturing on him. So I think just from what I'm seeing so far, I think people are going to be really happy. I'm trying to think of like who it would be closest to, like texture wise. I'm not sure. Maybe Sideshow. Maybe. I don't know. It looks really good to me. So I can't wait. And obviously I've got the pieces of the girls down below, and man, the portraits on them, the skin looks really good. So I'm really excited for what Supercraft's doing. I think people are going to be real happy. And like I said, I can't wait to get that Batman in. And speaking of Batman, I got my shipping notification for the J&D Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. I want to give a shout out to the Everyday Collector. Is it tomorrow or tonight?
I think it's tonight.
Okay, it might be tonight. I'm not sure, but I think he's doing an unboxing one of the nights for that piece. And I got my shipping notification, and so I think I'm probably going to get it maybe early next week. I don't know. I haven't been updated, but I think it only took like 5 or 6 days whenever I got the Batman in. So, and that was shipping from them as well through Spec Fiction. So I would assume that it would take about the same amount of time. I know they ship by air and not by boat. So should be pretty quick. So I'm excited about that. Anything else coming in for you guys? Jeff, do you have anything on the way?
No, all my stuff is later this year. All all coming at one time or early next year. So even though I have quite a few pre-orders, none of them are really till like a few of them have like an October to December window, like the Supercraft Batman.
Yes.
But nothing really before then. So yeah, I don't know.
Matt, did you have something else? Oh, I think you're muted now. I think you're muted, Matt. Nope. Okay. All right. I just totally read his lips. We're getting good at that here, I guess. So
I did get in. Sorry, I got in the almost forgot the Sideshow Black Widow. It's an older piece, but it's she never really comes down in price, and she was kind of crazy for a while. So it finally came down to something that was doable, that I thought anyway. But it's the exclusive. She's got the long hair, the short hair that looks Scarlett Johansson-ish. So definitely probably the best Black Widow still. Even though it's like a 6-year-old piece.
that's the one with the clear cubes.
No, that was a Gentle Giant or something.
Okay, I had that piece a long time ago.
No, she's on a Sentinel or something. Like,
oh yeah, okay, yeah.
She's got that big gun.
Yep, that's awesome. Congratulations. When's that one coming in?
It's already hit. I got
boom. Okay.
I just forgot about it because I sometimes don't make mention of older pieces.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. And you also, Billy is filming a review for us, doing the PCS
yes,
Wolverine what?
I'm almost done with that.
Almost done with that. So I can't wait to show everybody that. He was kind enough to be willing to do that for us. Those are those really great quarter scale pieces from the movie. It's just, we don't need to spoil it, but what do you think of those? Are you happy with your purchase?
Yeah. I haven't bought a movie piece in well over a year. And I saw those and I just thought, if it was just one, okay. But I thought together they looked really great, Movie was great too. So I was like, and listen, if you're an X-Men fan of, since, way back in 99 when the first one came out, I've been a Hugh Jackman fan since way back then. And we never got a licensed piece of him, you know what I'm saying? And I had a custom, but it was from the Wolverine movie where he has no shirt and a samurai sword and stuff. So really didn't love that one. I ended up selling it, but my nitpick with this is that there was no unmasked portrait,
Yeah.
But for most of the movie he wasn't wearing the cowl.
Yeah.
But it looks really great. I mean, I still think that when it comes to movie pieces, Iron Studios, they're just the best, as far as the costumes and, the textures on it and stuff. I mean, even some of these old school Endgame pieces behind me, and with the little 1/10 stuff that they do it seems like they have every license for those. Yeah. But to do a quarter scale of these guys, they really do look great together. They're bigger than you would think, as we say. And so definitely excited about it.
Well, again, thanks for taking the time to review that for us. That's really awesome, and I'm really glad that you're happy with it because I thought they looked awesome. I was excited when they're coming out. It's not one that I was going to be buying, but I was like, this is really cool. It turned out really nice. Yeah. So I'm really glad. We do have a question for Jeff. Are you completing the Pulp Vixens line, Jeff? Those pieces are amazing.
No, I got in Mr. Sin, and there was a broken piece on it. And it was also too deep for my display. So I ended up returning it and not getting a replacement. And I haven't picked up the other ones. So it's a space thing, but no, I'm not working on that line.
Great line. I know Dan was in on the chair one, and he was trying to track down that original one, which Mr. Sin, which I still think is one of the coolest quarter scales Sideshow's ever done. I love that piece. But we'll see if we can get some things up on the channel, or maybe eventually Jeff might change his mind. You never know. The collections are always changing. So
I did do a review of Mr. Sin, but not the other, not Deep Down.
That's right. Deep Down was the second one.
Yeah.
Jeff was saying LBS Batman Blue was shipped 8/1. Mine was as well. I think it's on I would assume it's going to be 2 or 3 months at least. But hopefully September would be great. I got the black version, so I'm really excited to be able to review that and get this, because I've never seen an LBS piece in person. So I'm very, very excited about that.
You know, the reviews coming out for their Superman are just killing me.
Just regret.
I don't have room for that piece, but I haven't heard one bad thing about that statue.
Yeah, I was going to say people seem to love it. Absolutely.
You know, Jeff, they're doing it 1/6, so.
Yeah, but 1/6 is just—it's so little.
It's a little tiny, but I think if you do the Trinity, then it has a bigger impact. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of bummed. I wish I had space for it, and I just don't. And I don't know if the depth is correct on the website or not. It says it's 21 inches deep. That's really deep.
It is deep. Yeah.
So,
I think it's just as big as Thor is. You know, maybe a smidge.
Thor's 18.
Thor. Yeah.
Thor was huge, and
Thor's like.
Thor's big.
My cross shoving is 18 inches deep, and that's what Thor is. So Thor works.
Yep.
But I can't. 3 more inches doesn't work.
You just need to sell me this Batman right here, and then you have plenty of room to put whatever you want right there. See,
on my 11-inch shelf, I've got a 21-inch Superman.
Yeah, it's probably not going to fit right there, but that you could. Half of my statues are hanging off the ledges, so you never know.
Yeah, plus LBS pieces are not hollow; they are heavy as hell.
That's what.
Heavy.
Yeah, that's what Jeff Houghton said. Start working out. LBS is heavy.
He just said it's about 15 inches deep, so it's not as bad as Thor.
If that's true, that's really interesting to me.
Jeff has it.
It must have a much small, because also the cape flows beyond the back of the base.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious what the exact measurement really is.
Yeah. Yeah. So can you confirm, Jeff? Can you confirm exact measurement for him? Because he has it in hand.
Jeff has to go get the tape measure and start.
Yes, he does. We're putting Jeff to work tonight. He didn't know he was going to be working. But I also wanted to answer Alan Kiefer's question. Chris, did you get the J&D Catwoman through Spec Fiction? No, the J&D Michelle Pfeiffer I got directly from J&D. So.
And when's that
there
coming?
We go. It's shipped. So I'm assuming by early next week.
Yeah, because they do by air, right?
By air. So it's already processed through like 2 or 3 other places, and so.
So they don't put their stuff on boats?
No, new boats.
So what was that shipping quote looking like?
Maybe 260, something like that. Maybe
it's only one box, though, right?
One box.
Yes, one box. Yeah.
But they're decent sized boxes, but they're, that's kind of what I expected. That's what I expected.
Yeah.
So yeah, that money's coming this week, and I also want to show everybody this. I've shown some people this, but I thought some of you would be interested. But I just am getting this in from David Finch. He did that this weekend at the Boston Fan Expo, and me and Billy were trying to figure out: do we cut it? Do we not cut it? Because he's supposed to do it on 9x12, but he did it on 11x17, and it looks freaking amazing on 11x17. But I also want it to be part of the gallery, the mugshot wall. So we were kind of debating whether we should cut it or not. And Billy, you tell him your idea that you thought was pretty cool.
I was gonna say, to request an 11x17 of a young Bruce Wayne, who is looking opposite of Joe Chill after he shoots his parents, and obviously he was on the floor, pearls are everywhere, he's looking distraught outside the theater, and just kind of like have that somehow where like he's looking a little bit to the left.
Yep.
Maybe then the Bruce would be looking a little bit to the right, and we'd have to dress it up, do some elements to make it look like it was a young Bruce Wayne rather than just a crying kid. But I'm sure we could come up with something together, But
yeah,
that's if you didn't want to cut it, because if not, it's not fitting with the mugshot wall.
Well, I mean, and he did keep it to the portrait for the most part. I mean, it's a little bit torso, obviously, but I think if you did cut it, obviously he just extended the shadows down.
Yep.
And just how do you finish a shadow like that? So he just cross hatched at the bottom. So I know what he was going for.
Let's wait till you get it in hand, and then you can see if you did cut it below his elbow, if you wouldn't have to cut any of the gun smoke at the top. I don't know how. You have to wait till you get it to actually do the measurements for it to be a 9x12, right?
Yeah. So we'll see. I'll get it in and figure it out. And then I also bought this one right here, This is the Harley Quinn. There was a collector that I reached out and said, if you ever sell that, and they're like, actually, you know what? I need some money for another piece that they got a Joelle Jones piece this weekend, Catwoman, and so we made the deal, and so she's arriving Friday. So I'm excited about that, and now I get to compare her with the modern Harley and figure out which one to keep. But a lot of people said, this one's more of a villain version, whereas the modern is more of an anti-hero, works with Batman a lot. So this one might fit the wall a little bit better. And so that's why, and I love it. I've loved it for a couple years since I saw it, but cool piece. So
yeah, that was awesome.
Couple Finch pieces heading the way, but and Matt, you said you have some art also.
Oh, by the way, I got your package today.
Oh, perfect. So what do you think?
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
It's funny because I showed it to my wife and she instantly is like, I love that piece.
Yeah. I would buy his pieces, all of his pieces, because when he starts doing those, I'll hit him up and I'll be like, is that one sold? Is that one sold? I just love those. He calls them warm-up pieces. He just kind of warms up his, wrist and his fingers. And I was like, man.
It's funny because it's almost like he just like tore it out of a notebook or something. It's got like the torn edges on the side. I'm like, this is so weird, but it's also really awesome too, the way he did it.
Yeah. No. I love that style, with the and all that. But he's like, really? You want this? And I'm like, I want that. I was like, so and stuff like that. No, it was good. It was good.
Well, I'm just glad. I'm glad I made it safely there. And
because he meant to bring it to MegaCon. He was like, Matt, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I was like, no biggie. It ain't no biggie.
It took like 3 months to get here because he a long time ago because he sent my art with yours. He just thought it'd be easier to get it to you that way. And it was. So anyway, that's awesome. I want to do a topic. We don't have a ton of photos to look at tonight, but I did want to talk a little bit. Actually, before we do that, why don't we do this? Let me see. I wanted to look a little bit at.
Chris, is your mic on?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Sound like it shut off. Oh.
We can hear you. It just sounds different.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
We hear you. It just sounds.
We hear you. It's just different. Yeah.
You're playing it loud and everything. It just doesn't sound like it's coming through your mic.
Weird.
No, that's better.
That was better. Yeah.
Is that better now?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if I unplugged the cord maybe somehow. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So the StatueCon was this week, and I wanted to show a little bit of this event. This is this is Jim Mint's video here, and so I thought we would maybe tour a little bit of his video. Obviously, a lot of people were there, which is really cool. A lot of statues to be seen. Obviously, a lot of different companies represented, Sideshow, Iron Studios, but there was a couple that I thought would be fun to kind of highlight. Did you guys check this one out? I thought it was massive.
Yeah.
That thing's crazy.
That thing is crazy. Yeah.
I love it though. I love it.
It's really massive and big. And do you remember what this is from?
Yeah, this is from Venom. This is from the
like the Symbiote King or something like that.
Yeah. They call him Null. Null is his name.
Yeah.
And is this part of the Gamerverse?
It's in the comics. I mean, it's in the comics. So
it's Gamerverse. That's the only license he has.
That's what I thought. I thought that's because I know that the other ones have all been Gamerverse, but I just can't believe how big it is. It's so cool. It's really neat.
I don't know how many folks are looking for that character.
I'm not sure. And this piece was controversial. Some of the paint was not very good on this one. Are you guys surprised by that? Because paint's been so good lately.
Yeah, that's a shame. I saw about 4 or 5 people complaining about like oversprays and it's just the blue bleeding into the pink. It was it looks great. It's a phenomenal looking statue, but a lot of people were complaining about some QC stuff.
It's too bad because I feel like they've had issues in the past, but it's been years and years I think since they've had any issues. But
no, it's been pretty good. Yeah,
I like that portrait. That portrait looks real good.
They all look good. Yeah, this is my favorite though. But yeah.
And this one was sculpted by Daniel, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Daniel Bell, which is awesome. Now they're creative director at Sideshow. I thought that was really cool. Let's see, what else was some newer pieces. Definitely going to talk about this character tonight. This is the Sideshow version. That's beautiful pieces.
That's a Talley piece.
I was going to say, that's a Sanctuary. You still happy with that one?
I don't have this one.
Oh, you have the other one.
I have Vampire's Lust.
That's right. Did you ever consider this one, though?
I considered it, but I'm trying to get a few more male characters in my collection right now. I've got too many women. So,
I hear you.
You know what it was? It was picking up that Indiana Jones. I thought, well, that's a really cool piece. And I just have too many women in here. So I want to break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
The new Rogue is, I think this one started to ship or is going to ship. They also had the Luke Skywalker. I thought that was really cool to see that on display.
This thing looked massive.
Yeah, really neat. There were some different videos of Sideshow people talking about this piece, and it was cool to see some of the Sideshow artists and representatives there at the show.
What do you think about that price on this thing?
Do you remember how much it was? Was it
$1,600?
16? Seems like a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, I could see.
I mean, even with the cost of the Disney license, with the we understand that there's going to be a premium for that. But I think when we were talking about this way back when, it's Star Wars, it's Disney. Okay, it's going to be more expensive. If you took the same amount of resin and those elements for the X-wing, threw them on the base, now you just have a Luke who's in a Captain Morgan pose. Do you see $1,600? I don't know.
Yeah, I could definitely see. I mean, I don't know, maybe 1,100.
It's also
maybe.
cut and sew, so okay, that might raise the price a little bit. It's got a lot of cool stuff on the inside of the X-wing that they didn't have to do, but they did. It's a great piece, but they probably shot a little higher than they should have with that.
I wonder how well it sold. It'd be interesting to see.
The edition size is 500.
Okay.
I mean, I'd be very tempted to get that piece, but that price is it's twice what a normal PF is.
It's crazy. There's some Iron Studios pieces from the Fantastic Four. I thought that looked really cool all together.
There he is.
I was going to say, there's Billy's piece that he was talking about earlier. I just think they look so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They look movie accurate. Like, they definitely look movie accurate.
I love that. Looks awesome. Let's see. What else? Was there anything else there? I can't think if there was anything else new. Again, it was just really cool to see some of the artists. Harbottle right there, which has been in the Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Just awesome. So anyway, I just thought it'd be fun to look at a little bit of that before we go into our first topic, and then we'll look at photos. How's that sound, gentlemen?
Cool.
That's good.
All right. So topic number one, this was provided by someone in the Facebook group that has said, has your love for this hobby diminished over the last year or so? Have you turned your attention and wallets toward another hobby or interests? For me, I can speak on that. First is that there was a big lull for statues. Statues just kind of they were kind of coming out, but not very quick like they used to. The prices are obviously a lot higher. And so I started looking at, these gentlemen like Matt and Jeff and Dan and Eric and some of the other people had, were buying CGCs. And so I was like, okay, well, I was kind of getting into that a little bit. And then the original art bug hit me a lot. So I was able to kind of turn my attention, and I've definitely spent a lot more lately on art than the painted rock stuff. But there is glimmers of hope too. There's a lot of really great stuff on the horizon, I think. I'm still very excited about the bus coming out from Tweeterhead. And speaking of Tweeterhead, I invited Chad to come on tonight. He was not available to come on, but he is coming on Rogues in 2 weeks.
Cool.
So 2 weeks, Chad will be on to address the elephant in the room. There's been a lot of buzz lately about, still customer service issues. Who's going to be handling those with Sideshow taking over some of the newer product, and where's the product at? Where's the stuff? I know that there was tariff stuff involved. There was, delayed some things, and obviously I don't know the answers. And so we're having Chad on in 2 weeks to hopefully address a few of those things. So if you are one of those ones wanting to know, tune in 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll get some good answers from him. But again, going back, I feel like there's a lot of really good things coming out soon that has piqued my interest, like the Mr. Freeze from Prime 1, Legendary Beast coming out with a lot of different villains, getting my first Legendary Beast piece in hopefully next month. But I don't know. That's my story. How about the rest of you guys? Where are you kind of at with, has your passion dimmed a little bit, or do you still feel like you're right where you were a couple years ago?
I mean, I've been doing this like you guys, for over 10 years now. And during the low points when nothing's coming in, I'll sometimes come in this room and I'm just looking around I can't believe I have this much money tied up in this room. I'm like, what am I doing? And then there's other times I come in and I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. How can anybody not collect statues, No, I would say that, other than that, where that comes and goes, if you're feeling down and you sell something and you get something new and it's just kind of fresh again, and you put it with even pieces that you've had for a while, it makes those pieces look different for me, and, or if a movie comes out and, then it's when this part 2 finally comes out, I'll have a new appreciation for this thing again. So anything can spark your love again or your enthusiasm again, even if it has a downward thing, but I do agree with the art, even though I'm not as heavily into it as you guys are. I enjoy chasing you guys around the cons and watching you guys get it. But even with that, when you have a group of guys like we do, where it's like, hey, I got this, you got that, or whatever, your buddies' stuff that they get can keep your enthusiasm high too, Matt's getting that great Spider-Man bust, how can you not get excited about that piece, So, you're getting Catwoman. It's like, oh, okay,
Yep.
But if you truly aren't all for self and it's all about your collection, when your buddies get stuff, then, you kind of have that again. Me and Eric shoot back and forth, me and Matt, all of us,
Yep.
So I think, if anybody out there is feeling like that, maybe, if it's with the group or whatever, connect with other people that you can bounce stuff off of and just have a conversation about it. If you just kind of by yourself, it kind of gets boring anyway, But yeah, like I said, there are times when I second guess my investments in here, but then there are other times that most of the time I'd say, it's still a lot of fun, and and then there's days when I got to come in here and I dust every couple of weeks, and I'm like, I just want to throw everything in the garbage.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that answers your question, I still have a lot of love for it, but I'm kind of getting to that point where you guys, Dan and Eric, Darth Rashid, the guys on at COC, just my friends, I'm just we talk about more than just statues too, so it kind of goes into well, a lot of my friends are into this stuff too, so it all it's all connected.
It fills the spaces between.
It fills the spaces in between when you're not getting something in,
Yep.
I got something in, okay, when Matt gets that Spider-Man bust, which is awesome, when he sends those pics out, it's kind of man, that thing looks great, you just kind of get your enthusiasm towards maybe something else that you're getting down the road. So yeah, definitely. It definitely fills the space.
How about you, Matt? I know you're going strong still.
I'm going strong.
Well, maybe more than you were before. Maybe.
Good thing you're getting a new house.
Well, yeah. But now, in respect to you, Chris, now of course you've been on the Finch train for over, a year. But I think what's making you spend money now, besides the Finch, is J&D. You got up on the J&D train, and you got a VIP pass on that one, you know. So
Next stop, J&D.
which is cool. I mean, with respect, which is cool because I mean, you know, like now I'm hopping on the PCS train because I'm like, okay, I like this, I like that.
Dude, you're on every train.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I got damn season tickets to all the trains. You know what I'm saying? You know, but no, I would say, yeah. And for what does it for me, because I do get what Billy's saying. You walk into a room, and just some days you're not feeling it. But for me, what makes it kind of like, okay, I'm doing a cool thing or whatever, like when my kids' friends come over, and now I'm talking like high school, college kids, and you'd be like, oh, what's in that room? You know, and my kids would be like, oh, let me, yeah. And they're just like, oh, shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, I want a room like this when I get older and stuff like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, that kind of, you know, re-energizes the battery, put it that way, and stuff like that. And then, you know, when they see your art and all this, or they go to a con with you or something like that, it just kind of re-energizes you know, re-energizes the passion and everything. And then with respect to all of us, we see like this Ghost Rider that PCS is coming out, and we're all drooling over it. I mean, price came out, we're still kind of drooling.
Maybe a little less drool than maybe yesterday, but yeah.
Less drool, but I mean, just you know, when somebody comes out and like with respect to, you know, Jeff, Chris, and Billy, y'all been doing it a lot longer than me. So if it makes you guys go like, okay, you know, type thing like that, that's when it's like, okay, if Jeff, Chris, Billy, you know, Dan, you know, if they're impressed by it, I'm like, okay, that's something cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely so.
I say we've certainly, all of us in this panel and everybody that's not in the panel, but we've all fed on each other's energies. Yeah. And, you know, it's like, again, like I always think of like being at a con with you guys, like just the energy is like boom, 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 boom. It's like, what? It's like, oh, we got to go to this booth. We got to get this piece of art. You know, it's infectious. And
it's got to be hard to keep up with Matt and Chris, man.
Well, I was going to say, I thought I was bad. He's really hard to keep up with. Matt's not going to fool around with none of that.
No. I prep, plan. I'm like, you know, Christmas time, I'm already thinking about MegaCon. I'm securing commissions. I'm like, you know, you know what I'm saying, type thing like that. You know, what do you want for Christmas? I just want, I'm just ready for MegaCon.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? You know, and stuff like that. But it's definitely, you know, you get the itch, you know, and then, you know, after a con, you're just so wore out. You're like, I don't want to see a con no time soon. You know, playing type thing like that.
They're exhausting. They're not fun. They're work.
Oh yeah. I mean, your feet, you know, you take a few years off your feet at a con, put it that way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely so. But it's always, you know, like I say, it's always fun, you know, type thing. And then when in our chat, you know, when one of us gets something in, it could be a painting or it could be a drawing or a statue, you know. Oh crap, you know what I'm saying? That looks cool, you know what I'm saying? And then usually it enables at least one of us to go and get it, you know what I'm saying? Type thing like that. So, yeah.
Right there. And that's the word we use. Absolutely. How about you, Jeff? Where's your head been at the last couple of years? You still feeling it?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time in this room admiring what I already have. It is frustrating to me that, at least for my pre-orders, like I said earlier, we're kind of in this lull that's going to catch up to us at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get that Moon Knight from Sideshow. I can't wait to get that quarter scale Hush from Prime 1. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. The Batman from Supercraft that I'm just kind of waiting for. But you know, as always, I'm also still really involved in Gold and Silver Age comics, so that fills a hole too. It's always fun to pick up a book. I just picked up, you probably saw in my group, I picked up the Batman 217, where Batman leaves the mansion.
Yeah,
I love that cover. I love
great
really
cover.
Cool Neil Adams cover. So yeah, that's a book that's, you know, I've had other copies of, but this was a real nice, clean copy, and so that was really fun. And
So you have a pie chart of collecting. How much time do you think you spend on the books still? Like trying to find the books and picking up books? Like where do you put that?
So we're in kind of a weird spot right now with Golden Age and Silver Age and Bronze Age comics, where the prices have been kind of falling, at least on silver and bronze, since the beginning of the year. And
any reason for that? Do you know, like speculation?
I don't really know. I'm not really sure.
Because usually they're going up all the time, right?
Yeah.
Usually.
And the dealers I talked to in San Diego, they're not really sure either. So it's very hard to buy from dealers right now because they are their product was purchased when prices were higher.
Right. They don't want to lose the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
So essentially, whereas I used to be scouring all these dealers' websites on a daily basis, now I'm pretty much just buying at auction because that's the only way to get current market value. So I'm always looking at the weekly heritage auctions, and the bigger, monthly auctions. I'm looking at Comic Link. I'm looking at a few other sites, and occasionally I find something I like and I pick it up, but it doesn't take as much time because I'm not on a daily basis having to look at all these dealers' websites. So I'm definitely spending more time on statues. It's funny because it's not like there's a lot of auctions or things like that. I'm just very, very interested in statues. There are times when I'll be watching TV in here and I'll just I have photos of all my pre-orders in a file on my desktop. I'll just bring that up and just glance at it while I'm watching TV and wishing they would come sooner. So, no, I'm still really involved. I'm not sure if the hobby is meeting my wishes at this time, just because things are super expensive. That I really like that Skywalker piece, but 1,600 just seems really high to me.
It's high.
I don't know how to justify that. And I'm also, as always, just kind of frustrated that I don't have more space.
We keep telling you, just knock out that wall.
Yeah.
This little breaking news. I figured this is what was going to be happening tonight, but I want to give a shout out to JWR, $4.99 super chat. Breaking news. His girlfriend has said, yes, we're getting married. So congratulations to JWR.
Wow. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Very, very cool. Congratulations, my friend. And I'm just very happy for you.
Does she know about the statues?
She does know about the statue. She knows about the art, and she still came back.
That's pretty cool.
And she loves Matteo Scalera. And so, like they met him and like she likes their art. And so they got special pieces when they were there. So I'm like, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So anyway, congratulations to you guys. Really happy for you guys.
So Jeff, let me ask you, since you have all this stuff coming in at the end of the year, I know space is always a premium for you. You got spaces already picked up or just stuff need to go?
Stuff's got to go, man.
Stuff's got to go.
And that's the other frustrating right now is that it's so much harder to sell.
Yep.
It's really frustrating. So
it's not hard to sell if you want to lose your ass, Joe. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Okay, hold on. You have inadvertently teetered into topic 2. Topic 2. What do you do when you reach space capacity? You have pre-orders coming, but you can't bear to sell your current ones.
Oh, yeah.
This is a dilemma that we all have. You got to.
Yeah.
When I first
go ahead,
Jeff. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, I can display about 33 pieces. Period. Well, I just have to decide what's my favorite 33 pieces. If a new one coming in I like better than something I already have on display, it's got to go. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, you have to accommodate to the space that you have unless you're going to knock out a wall or you build a bunker or you build a vault, if you're lucky enough to be able to do that. Most of the time that's not feasible. So you are limited to the space that you have. And, I'm amazed that all the collectors that I know have the space that they have because, I know a lot of families probably wouldn't even allow something like that in their house. Yeah. Let alone take up a whole room or a garage or whatever. But that's the hard part is that, I always say I have my panic sales. because I've got art coming in, and each piece of art's $800 or $3,000 or whatever. And so I look around, I'm like, okay, what is the least, or what is the most likely piece that I would sell? Like, I have a list of 3 or 4 things right now in my collection that, okay, if it came down to it, and David said, hey, I'm going to do this David Finch piece for you, what am I going to look at? What am I going to sell? Now I have money set aside in the bank, so I know exactly how much I have. I have my spreadsheet. Talk about all that, but you have to have pieces on the bubble if you want to keep collecting, or else it turns into a jumbled mess. Which again, it's up to you how you want to display it. What bothers me might not bother you. But what about the rest of you guys? What's your philosophy on, if you have the pre-orders, but there's stuff that you absolutely do not want to sell, what do you do?
You can always, if you're like, absolutely, hey, I'm not selling this piece, you just got to rotate your stock, put it in a box, and, put it in storage,
That's a great idea that I didn't even think about, that makes complete sense. It's like, you don't have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, some people obviously are going to sell because they need the money for the new thing, this new shiny new thing. But if you don't have to worry about that, that's a great idea. Put it in storage, rotate it in and out.
Rotate it in. If it's like, but now when I first got into this, I'd watch you even before, way before I was even on the show and on the channel. It's like people selling. I'm like, why are these people selling the statues? Like, I would never sell it. Now I'm like, okay. All right, that one can go. This one can go.
Right, it's like, see ya.
I'm like, buy one get one free.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a perfect example. I don't want to talk about the price, but like, you got a really great piece of art at MegaCon, beautiful piece. We were all excited about it, and then somebody hit you up and be like, "Okay, I'm going to give you X amount of dollars." You're like, sold.
Packed it up the next day, brother.
Boom. And it is one of those things. It's like, we appreciate the things that we have while we have it. And if you are somebody that never wants to sell, that's great. But you're also going to have some stress with that if you want to add more stuff and if you don't have the room. So that's been like, I feel like my best thing that I ever chose to do for me is to treat this thing like a museum where pieces come, pieces go. I'm not going to ever get too attached to any one piece. Now, with that said, I don't know if I'd be able to part with my Finch stuff, but the statues. And again, there was a pecking order, which one, which would be the very last one to go if I absolutely had to do it. But that's a great idea about the rotating of the collection. I think that's really smart. What about you, Billy? What would be your philosophy on it?
Well, I never thought about what Matt just said, and that's a great idea. I've been doing this a long time, and I've been selling since the very beginning.
Yeah.
I kind of learned early on that there was a secondary market, because when I first got into it, I bought pretty much my first couple of pieces were all on the secondary market. So I knew it existed. So I always knew that if I ran out of space or I just didn't want this one and I wanted to upgrade it, throw it on eBay, and that's what everybody did. So stuff has always gone out as much as it's come in, I am at a place right now where I'm looking around the room and I don't see anything that I want to sell, and I don't have much coming in, but I also try to get creative with the shelving and with the display. If you move shelving, they're adjustable, and you put shorter pieces on the bottom, maybe you could fit something taller on the top. If you take 3 statues with smaller bases and put them together, then you can maybe fit a 4th one on that shelf too, So if you can manipulate the space a little bit, then you can create space. So my first thought is always to, is rather than getting rid of something, rather than even boxing it up, can I make space in here somehow? What can I do to maximize this space? I'll change the whole room around if I have to. Like I got the movie pieces behind me now because it made space, so I actually, on this lower shelf behind me, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces on something that's 60 inches wide, but they all have smaller bases. So you can do that. Obviously a prime 1 piece with this massive base, maybe you get 2 on a 46-inch wide shelf, So I've learned that from the beginning, and it's always been my thing, to play with the space as much as you can, and you can caddy corner a piece a little bit, just kind of turn it over a little bit, and then fit another one to the side while still giving it some room to breathe, so play with the space is kind of like what I've always tried to do. And, and if you can't do it, you can't do it. But even the Batman tactical throne, I got the part on the back, I put 3 coffee tables together in the middle of the room, kind of made an island where you can walk around it and there's space for that big, massive piece,
Mm-hmm.
So you can play around. That's my thing. I've always tried to play with the space.
You brought up something about there's not a lot of pieces that you really want to sell. And I think that like, especially like the Rogues Gallery crew, I think we've all said that like, we're to a point in our collecting journey where we kind of are like, again, I'm going to go back to the old classic Matt Martin line. If it's not an oh shit piece, it doesn't stay. And that's kind of, I think, where we're all at right now is like, we want certain pieces that really speak to us. Dan said it best in his room tour video from earlier this year, where he talked about, I could fit 70 more statues in here, but I'm not going to.
He's happy with what he has. Yeah.
Happy with what you have. You have it spaced. You have it. You give the things some room to breathe, and you really focus on those pieces that mean a lot to you, and not just a piece that's there to look nice, or it's like it has to have a connection. For me, like the best thing that I've done is buy those damn chairs. I've spent more time just sitting in those chairs looking at my walls. I don't remember, probably yours, probably. But like, I'm like, because I sit in this chair all the time, and I'm like, what's the difference?
Right, but like Chris, when you sit in the chairs,
I'm working.
When you sit in the chairs, it's like you don't mind that there's stuff on the bottom shelves now because you're right on level with it. I think you always had a problem for a long time not putting anything down here because either you were sitting where you are now, turn around, it looks like it's a million miles away. Right.
So I think that's been the best thing for me, is just being able to then appreciate my collection even more.
I've been at Dan's house, and I've been in the room, and he said 2 things in his room tour video that every collector should, drill it into your head. 1, less is more, right? And 2, if you get to a certain point, just appreciate what you have and be happy with that, and not always think about what's the next thing coming, So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, where I'm just happy with everything that's here.
I'm glad to hear it. VP Productions, you said, are you going to do a world premiere of Supercraft? Yes, absolutely. I've got the prototype right here, teasing it a little bit tonight, but I'm going to be putting her together, and the 2 of them together, actually, and I'll be doing a review here on the channel. I'll probably be filming that this maybe tomorrow or the weekend. I'm back to work now, so I'm kind of having to try to fit things back in. But anyway, yeah, that's coming up. So the only person we haven't heard from yet still is Jeff. Where are you at right now with how you treat? Because again, you probably are the most limited of all 4 of us.
Yeah, that's true.
In terms of space, so like where do you wrap your head at? Are you always looking at that piece and being like, okay, if which piece could come, which piece can go? Are you always thinking that?
And it probably happens to all 4 of us and anyone else that's on a YouTube show weekly. You get people emailing you saying, "Hey, you want to part with that piece that was in the background of your shot last week?"
Yeah.
That happens kind of a lot, and it really makes me think about that piece. And do I really need that in my collection? And does something I have coming soon replace that easily? So, I mean, a few weeks ago, a guy messaged me and said, "Hey, I really like that custom Superman you got in the background, and I've been looking for one for a long time." And I thought, man, I've got the Hush Superman coming. I've got the Alex Ross one from Prime 1 coming. Do I really need that custom anymore? And so we worked out a deal, and it's off to Europe. And so, that made things a little bit easier back here. Things are a little bit more spaced out. It looks a little bit better when they're not crunched together. So I take every opportunity, because when that happens, when I'm not selling something and someone comes and says, "Hey, can I make you an offer on a piece in your collection?" Usually I say, if I'm willing to part with it, yeah, I'll part with it, but I want what I paid for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we can work that out, right, what I paid for plus shipping, that's great. So I'm listening more intently when people message me about that sort of thing.
Do you know I was gonna say, do you know the number one that I get messaged about?
Which one?
The Joker and Batman busts.
Right. 'Cause those are probably tougher to find.
Yeah, they're tougher to find, but like I'm to the point where I like them, but I hardly look at them. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time because I want to focus on the things that I am looking at that really does draw my attention. And I know that there's so much tied into those. Like, that's like, well, that was your channel, but my channel has evolved. You know, it's different than it was back in the old Batcave. And so, you know, I'm not afraid to rip that Band-Aid off, and I might be getting close to that point. But it is interesting how when people, you know, it does get you thinking like, well, maybe I don't really need it anymore.
Yeah, I'm also more careful about, do I really need more than one statue of the same character? So I recently had a custom Red Sonja come in, and I unboxed it, and I thought, this is really cool, but I like the Steve Lord one better.
Yeah, you have one of the best ones ever made.
So I sold that one immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to have the Steve Lord one.
Well, good. And so I feel like a theme of all of us is that it's okay to say that, you know, I'm never going to sell, but at the same time, that also limits you. And if you take that off your shoulders and be like, okay, well, you know, which pieces would I maybe be willing to part with to get that new shiny new thing that I get excited about? It keeps the hobby fresh, keeps the hobby exciting. And so, you know, just maybe if you're out there watching and you're like, oh, you know, maybe just, I don't want to say lighten up a little bit, but like give yourself some space to be able to say, okay, well, maybe it'd be okay if I let go of this one to make this new thing happen. But it's not always easy. You know, it is, especially like Billy said, you're like, I'm to a point now where like, I really don't want to sell anything. I really am happy with what I got. But at the same time, you know, a month from now, somebody's going to show Billy something that's shiny and new. And Billy's like, well, crap, I really want that. But it goes back to what Matt said too, is that, you know, don't be afraid to put it back in the box, keep it in storage for a while and rotate it in and out. I think that's one of the best ideas I've heard in a long time.
Yeah. Oh, now speaking of selling, Jeff, do you still have that custom Wolverine?
No. So it's funny. What happened was
What?
I got that in. No, I ordered that. And then I don't know if you guys remember, but I just jokingly in my Facebook group said, hey, statue company, send me something. And Ant sent me Wolverine. He just sent it to me.
Yeah,
that just arrived.
The PCS one, right?
Yeah.
Which is a great one.
We saw that at Universal. Remember?
Yeah, we sure did. We did see it at Universal. That's right.
I had that one and sold it for the custom just because I wanted a more museum standing up pose to go with the LBS stuff.
It's one of my favorites. I love that piece.
So I put it up on the top shelf of my garage shelving, and from that point of view,
because he's looking down, right?
He looks awesome.
Yeah, that's an awesome statue.
And I was like, I don't need the custom anymore, so I sold it.
Cool.
Got exactly what I paid.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Are you guys ready to look at pictures?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Thank you, everybody. We got 93 people watching right now. Please hit the like button. That helps us out tremendously. It helps other people find the live content, helps us grow here on YouTube. Also, again, like I said earlier, please make sure you check out Secret Sanctuary. He mentioned a lot of different reviews that he's done. So if you haven't had a chance to do that, please check out Secret Sanctuary. That would be awesome. Of course, All Things Art, Eric, are all of our sister channels. So please support the fellow YouTubers. So thank you, guys. All right, let's do this.
You only got one or two pictures. So.
Only a few. Not a ton, but a few. All right, can you guys see the Riddler?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I watched the unboxing.
Oh, man. How good does he look?
He looks good.
Did they say that it was going to have that UV indigo light thing going on?
No, that's something they added.
Oh.
So it's pretty cool. Like you can shine a black light on it, and I think the question mark glows or something. Yeah. So anyway, this is I'm assuming going to be shipping any day now would be my guess. The out of the box video, I think is it scheduled for September? I think maybe.
I don't remember.
No, I think it says August through November.
Okay, so it's probably going to start shipping maybe in batches, possibly.
Yep.
This one did very well for Sideshow, which is why I think that we're getting Man Bat. And this one was sculpted by Maria Panfilova, which is one of my favorite sculptors and just phenomenal. She did Man Bat also. And so anyway, I was excited. So if you haven't seen Sideshow's out of the box video, I definitely recommend it, especially if you just want to know how to put it together. It's pretty simple, I think.
I always use those now.
I do too. Like they're so helpful.
Yeah.
They're very helpful. And then
use those to Reebok stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say that's usually what I use it more for is the
yeah.
Reeboks things. That's a great idea too. So anyway, that's shipping. We talked a little bit about StatueCon over at Collector Zone. So just threw in some photos that people were posting. It's nice to see there's Anthony and Ant, the two ants. Again, it was just really cool to see so many collectors hanging out. I love that. Obviously, you got Tim Hansen there as well. I got Toy Quest and just a lot of other collectors. So it's really cool just to see people hanging out. The community is what it's all about. There's Marcos and his wife. So again, it was really cool to see some Sideshow people there.
Yeah, that thing is big.
Yeah, I was going to say that it really does go to show you the size of it. Which again, I can understand why it'd be more expensive, but 1,600 still seems. Whew,
yeah, but the portrait looks really good.
Yeah. And Will
they always do
Harbottle,
Mark Hamill really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say the likeness on him is phenomenal.
So the portrait, there's a bit of a controversy on this one. I don't know if you guys have been reading about it, but some collectors are receiving it, and the white of her costume is really gray.
So that's our second paint issue then?
Yeah, well, it's
possibly.
Weird. I'm assuming that this is a production piece they had at a StatueCon, and this one looks white.
Yeah, it does.
And this guy showed it, and it was really, really gray. He's returning his.
So now that you're saying that, we said that, the paint's been okay for a while, but like if there's an issue with this one a little bit, there's an issue on the Archangel. Some people thought there was an issue with Mr. Sen with maybe a little bit of too dark on the paint.
Yeah.
So I guess I didn't really think there was an issue, but maybe there's a small issue, which is a little bit concerning. So hopefully that's not a consistent thing going forward.
There's a lot to like about that piece, though. I mean, the portrait's really nice, and everything about it's really nice.
Yeah, I love her body changing.
Yeah.
Just really cool. Yeah, I love that piece. The real question is, can I convert it to Talia? All right, so this got a lot of attention, obviously. I don't know if Sideshow meant to do this or not, but this piece was revealed. Of course, this is the painted Man Bat, which I'm very excited about. The wings are translucent, which is really neat. Lets the light kind of glow through it, which I think is awesome. The only thing that maybe bothers me a little bit about this piece is the way the light is shining through Man Bat. It feels like it would be a warmer light than a bright white light. And maybe I'm just off there, but you guys know what I mean?
Well, wouldn't a spotlight like that have bright white light?
It would.
Yeah, it's like a fluorescent light. Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like the light shining through the translucent pieces are.
I feel like the paint is a little too fancy. I don't know. It looks like it's really glossy for fur. It's supposed to be fur.
Yeah, to be fair, this is the only picture we have.
Right, yeah.
So, obviously I'm assuming, again, I'm just guessing here. I think this is going to go up for pre-order tomorrow.
I was thinking that too.
We had a teaser. There was a video teaser today. Obviously, this wasn't even like posted. This was like somebody, you had to find this photo buried in the art print, which they're doing, which is a great art print, by the way.
That was kind of fun, actually.
I did too. I thought it was really neat. And so, people were able to find it, and obviously they started sharing on social media. But this is a piece I'm very excited about. Of course, anytime they do a new Rogue, and it's obviously got a light up feature. So I'm anxious to see it like not lit up, just to kind of see what that looks like without the light on. But
so what's it going to cost, Chris?
I think we're going to get real close to 900 with this one.
I think 11.
Oh, you think 11?
I think like 1,000. Yeah.
I was thinking, so like if some of these have been around the $800 mark, there's not a lot to him. I don't know if there'll be a swap out portrait. I'm guessing not, but there might be. And so if
there is the light up.
Yeah, there is the light up. So I'm guessing I'm gonna predict right now around the 900, 925 mark. I'm hoping you guys are wrong because I don't want people to have to pay that much. But I guess we'll see. It's like I just think it's going to be a very popular piece because a lot of people have talked about this one. And I'm just really proud of Sideshow for creating a character that, I'm surprised that they did maybe this character before, like a Ra's al Ghul or somebody that maybe more people know. But I can't wait for this one. Anybody else going to order it?
I'm on the fence. I'm not completely sold on that paint job and sculpt. Got to see more.
The paint looks a little. I mean, it could be just this pick, but it looks a little bit too bright and fancy for fur.
Can you zoom in? Yeah. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm really wanting to see some more photos.
Yeah.
And I think that obviously his pants are going to be like a shade of blue.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be some color to it. I like the pants ripping apart. So we'll
maybe
see.
If those red eyes light up too, that might be cool.
Oh, that would be pretty neat.
The fangs look pretty good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The whole mouth area looks really good.
Yeah.
Do you think they put him on a bat signal? Because if not, people would have thought it was just like a werewolf or something.
I do.
Yeah.
I think the bat signal was very intentional.
Yeah.
And obviously they wanted to tie it into the art above it.
Yeah.
I mean, they were obviously inspired by this art.
There's a custom that's exactly that art.
It is exactly that art. That's right. It's a quarter scale as well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this guy. Ghost Rider. Everybody's talking about this piece. PCS, massive piece. This is not 10 scale. This is not quarter scale. This is 1/3 scale. And people were making their predictions, and a lot of us were wrong. This is $3,375. I was really hoping it would be, I think I was optimistic, and I think I was trying to like 1,800, 1,900, something like that. But anyway, 3,000. Is that what I said originally, or maybe I was 2,800? Maybe I can't remember what I said.
Yeah, I was 26. So
yeah, it might have been about 28. I can't remember. But anyway, what do you guys think about this price point, and are they going to sell any?
I love the piece. I can't wait till Matt gets it.
Yeah.
Matt, are you ordering this one, Matt?
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna
Well,
sit
yeah,
here and lie to
yeah.
you. But
Didn't even need to enable him or twist his arm or anything.
Once I saw this photo, man, I was like, oh my God.
Look at that.
The only thing I would say, and of course there's still time, for that price, I thought we were going to get at least one more portrait. One more portrait.
That's the very least they could do at that price is to give you another portrait. What would you want? Like, what would you want as in another portrait?
Johnny Blaze transformation.
Yeah, like the transformation. Yeah, like
same thing Sideshow did.
Yep. I think it just looks awesome.
As I say, I think this is one of the coolest pieces they've done.
Yeah.
Bar none.
Like I said, though, when we were talking in our private chat, like, with tax and shipping on this, you can legit buy yourself a real Kawasaki Ninja.
Yeah, absolutely. But the art direction on this, the flow of it, the light up. I mean, obviously, this is a very much of an attention getter. It's going to be massive.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is an oh shit piece. This is an shit piece. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's putting it mildly, I think.
And
looks good without the light up.
I was so in love with the Sideshow Ghost Rider with the light up and all, but this one makes it look like, hey, I don't need the Sideshow one anymore. You know what I'm saying? So
well, and most of your pieces right now are 3rd scale, right? I mean, for the majority of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So this one just makes sense for the vault.
Yeah.
This is a whole shelf, though. He's 3 feet tall. It's 36 inches tall. It's 21 deep and 40 or 41 wide.
To me, this is a pedestal piece.
I was about to say that's a pedestal piece.
This is a Todd Johnson spec fiction pedestal piece.
Pedestal piece. Yep. That's a pedestal piece to me.
It's absolutely beautiful. But like you said, if people can't do the pedestal, you're right, Billy. People are going to have to really think about, okay, how do I accommodate this thing? Is it a Jeff Morris, dining room table piece?
I mean,
Yeah.
it could go on a garage shelf or something like that. I wouldn't put it on
Yeah.
anything from IKEA, but it could definitely go on a garage shelf, but it's going on there by itself.
I mean,
Oh,
look at that picture. Look
Yeah.
at that
It
freaking
looks
picture.
phenomenal.
It's the most expensive nightlight in the world.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to see it next to a human.
Oh yeah, I can't wait either. Like I'm
Yeah.
excited because it's just the dimensions again are incredible. But I mean,
Now-
it's
now-
beautiful.
How many do you think they make?
I'm going
Ooh.
to say it's 500.
You think if they can sell 500 at that price?
Well, you're right. It might be a 300er.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I could see 200 or 300. I just that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. And it's not, I mean, listen, the money is what it is. If you really wanted it, even though it's got a high price tag, you can pay for it, whatever. If you want to do payments, if you want to do on a credit card, whatever you want to do, if you really want it, you can get it, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone can accommodate the space, though.
The space
The
is
space
more
is
of a
really what's
problem.
going to be an
Yeah.
issue.
Yep. The space.
In terms of space, we do have some dimensions here. 40 inches
36.
wide,
40 inches wide, yeah.
yeah, 36 high. So I think, especially the width. I think the width is what's difficult in some cases, but
Well,
if
like,
you're going to
really
accommodate it,
Yeah, that's that base part, the bottom part, that doesn't look more than 20 inches or so.
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't look
So-
too bad.
Right. So that's why it could work on the pedestal where that tire, the front tire, will just be off, it's in midair anyway, So like I said, play with the space, you can do stuff.
Yeah.
But
To me, this kind of reminds me of like the level of coolness that like XM's Bat Bike was,
Yeah.
where it's just so dynamic and so different. And obviously this character's been done a number of times really well, actually.
still
Well,
the
they say
XM Ghost Rider is still a grail.
It is a
well,
grail.
They
It
say
is.
that XM Ghost Rider is the Ghost Rider to have, but
There
I
just
think
was no
this
light
one's
on
gonna
one
knock
on
it
it.
out.
Yeah.
I think this one's gonna take the belt.
Yeah, I think that it definitely has competition now.
Yeah.
But beautiful piece. Again, congratulations to Matt and whoever else gets this piece because I think
Look
it's
how
just
small that soda looks.
yeah, isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an attention getter for sure.
Oh yeah.
Somebody was asking earlier. Speaking of this character, this was teased by Legendary Beast Studio.
Yep.
So they are also doing a Ghost Rider.
Is he
And
doing a bike?
I did confirm with Jay that that's what this is.
Yep.
Because I thought, well, maybe it's Black Mask or something else, but no, this is the Ghost Rider. So it'll be Ghost Rider third scale here. So a little bit of competition. I'm assuming the timing was intentional.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Probably half the price.
I would assume it's
Oh,
probably half the price. Yeah,
And 7 swap outs.
yeah. I was gonna say there'll be a lot more swap outs for this version. Heads, arms, or whatever else. So it'll be interesting to see what they do pose wise. If it'll be the bike, and I don't know. It'll be again. It's going to be massive probably. I thought this was really cool. This was posted as concept art for the PCS Venom piece.
Yeah.
Chris, I just sent you a photo. See if you got it.
All right. Let me check. You guys talk about this real quick.
Would look good with the Carnage.
Oh yeah. With the Carnage one. Yeah.
Let me see if I can add this to the slideshow here at the end. Okay.
So, and Adam just actually posted that.
Oh, well, maybe he's listening. It's funny. We just talked about it. So we'll add that here to the end of the show. So this is an art print from Sideshow, a new Poison Ivy. I thought this one was really nice. What do you guys think of this one?
I like it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of Mark Brooks, kind of his art. I don't remember who the artist is here, but not bad. These are the production photos of the Rogue we saw.
Still the older one's still better.
Yeah, it's hard to beat, and it was so dynamic.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is if you're like more of a museum pose, this one might be the one for you.
And if you need to, play with the space, this definitely has a small footprint.
Yep.
I do like the thing I always liked about this one is that she was actually showcasing her powers a little bit with that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree. I do. I like it. I think it's a nice piece.
Yeah, it's like what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen when his glove comes off, right?
That's right.
Someone on Sketchy Forum made a good point, though. I mean, this is a character that can fly, can rip things apart, can do all this stuff. Isn't the last Sideshow version of her way better than this?
Oh, it's not even comparable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, this is definitely a softer version. But and maybe the other version's harder to get. I don't ever see her really being sold much. So maybe this offers a collector a different option. But yeah, I think the other one was better by
And she paired up with the Gambit too, and they looked awesome together.
Yeah,
they sure did. Sure did. But like you said, this takes up a little less space, which is nice too.
Yep.
New art print I thought was pretty cool with Wolverine and Sabretooth. Yeah, I thought the art style was really fun.
Love it.
Yeah, that's really cool. I can't remember. I don't know if it's up for pre-order yet. Maybe it's up for pre-order this week, maybe. But
it's cool because usually when you see him with Sabretooth, he's wearing the brown costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
so right. You got a lot of body, which is cool, a lot of action.
Yeah, this was
nice print. Yep. And you can also get it on the HD aluminum. Has anybody bought one of those HD aluminums?
I haven't. I was about to ask about that.
So, like, because I like these ones that look like this, that are the framed with the outside frame. And the one I have now is the Bermejo, but it's a canvas. And I know that the HD aluminum is like super shiny, but like really bright, vibrant colors. And so I just didn't know if it'd be too shiny or too reflective in the collection or not. So I was curious. I haven't seen one in person.
Speaking of Wolverine, Tony Daniels sent me this Wolverine and Deadpool sketch cover. He did.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and
that's the
one. I like the blood. He did the blood on it and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
He always does a great job.
Yep.
New Power Girl also coming out soon. I thought that was kind of a nice one. Give a shout out to Dan. Dan couldn't make it with us tonight. He's busy, but this is something he got from Jimmy G. I just wanted to share it because an incredible Bane, and he gave Dan a really good deal. And so congratulations to Dan on that. Received some new art this week, again, from my favorite artist. There's Eric. Again, Eric also going to be with us tonight, but he got one from Tom Derenick, which is a phenomenal artist, really great prices.
I like that one a lot.
I do too.
That was
it reminds me of the animated series. Series.
Yeah,
reminds me of the Sideshow statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Well, and Eric, he was able to kind of tell him exactly what he wanted, and there was really great communication. So give a shout out to
he's
Mr.
good
Derenick.
dude.
Yeah, really nice. Where did we see him at that? We ran into at that restaurant.
Yeah, the Italian restaurant that we were at.
That's right. I want to give a shout out to Danny Earls. He might be listening while he's watching this, but anyway, Danny, thank you so very much for the art, and I know Matt's very happy with his as well. So couldn't thank you more. I absolutely love this piece. Just love it. But this one, man, I tell you, I got this one in. I give a shout out to JWR again. Congratulations on the engagement, and thank you for making this great trade with me. It's absolutely become one of my favorite things in my collection. So thank you. We mentioned J&D earlier. Let's talk about the Game of Thrones piece. What do you guys think about this one?
It looks awesome. Sold out in record time. I'll give it that.
Yes, it did. Expensive.
Yep. But the dragons look amazing.
Yeah, and they have a couple different options. You can get this one, or you can do the one with the extra 2 dragons.
Are those pillows cut and sew?
They are sculpted.
Sculpted, yeah.
So everything is sculpted on her except for her skin and the dress, cool. And of course the hair.
And the hair, yeah,
the hair. So I was kind of complaining a little bit, or just mentioning that it's the same exact pose as Prime 1. And somebody had mentioned in maybe the live stream, and they said that they believe that this is the only pose that they are allowed to do. They're not allowed to do anything other than this pose from this scene, which would explain why they did the exact same thing as Prime 1, which again at the time I thought was a little bit odd, but I think this is a really great statue. I think it's very close to Miss Clark. What do you guys think of the likeness?
Oh, I think it's pretty much dead on to me.
How about you, Billy and Jeff? What do you guys think?
Well, I've never watched Game of Thrones, so I don't know, but she looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks really good. And again, we always say that these look way better in person, and I can attest to that now. So if it looks pretty close here, I would imagine in person it's probably going to be even better.
I would think it's with that hair. I don't know, like with dust and stuff. So I don't know.
It's always going to be a crapshoot with anything with this fabric-y or that could. But I mean, I don't know. I think you were going to have to just use a brush on it the same way you would do the polystone.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Or you can put like an acrylic clear case over it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I mean, that looks really good.
Yeah, skin texture looks great. It's amazing too if you've never seen a JD in person that the skin is unbelievably realistic. Doesn't always necessarily mean it looks exactly like the actor, but the skin is insane when you look at it. Just so realistic. I think it's pretty close. I mean, it definitely looks like a real person. It's crazy. So congratulations to J&D. I do feel like with each release, they do continue to get better. So congratulations to anybody picking that one up. I got some more shots here from StatueCon. We looked at a few of these earlier. And again, give all credit to Jim Mint. And congratulations to him on his new move. That's pretty exciting to get a new setup. If you follow along with his channel.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely cool to see him. Look how big this thing is.
That's my favorite photo is like you see Ant right there. And I'm like, oh, my God, this thing is insane.
That's a pedestal piece.
Yeah. Without question.
It looks more vertical than wide. So it looks like you could fit it probably most places though,
Yeah, maybe so. I'd like to see the depth of it, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
A lot of cool pictures. It's kind of the idea of the size there. But I mean, look at that. It's a big chair.
Big.
That's a big chair.
I bet you that bad boy's got some weight to it too.
I would hope so.
You could fit a baby. You could fit
You can put a kid on that.
Yeah, it's a baby throne.
Hey, here's the high chair, baby.
It's the Prince of Darkness high chair.
You little evil man.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a cool piece. This is the new Joker, which I thought was kind of a surprise out of nowhere. A Killing Joke Joker. This one got some buzz.
I think that one will sell well for him.
I think so too.
And that's how I would pose it, just with the camera, Yeah. Just like the classic cover,
There was a 1/6 Kotomokiya back in the day, like a PVC one, just like that. Looked great.
It does come with two different portraits. You got the double eyes open, and then you also had the one with him kind of squinting.
Yeah,
it
looks like the one from the sideshow print where his hair is all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where all the ha-has in the back. Remember that one?
Yeah. I thought this pose was pretty cool. I kind of like this one.
Yeah.
But looks good to me. And then you can also do the tongue. You can insert the tongue in there. But pretty fun piece. I wonder if they'll do a Batman to go with it.
It's got 4 portraits?
2.
Oh.
But it's got the rolling eyeballs, so it makes
cool.
it look like maybe there's 2 different. But it's like, you got one with the double eyes and one with the one eye blinking. Or winking, I guess.
Yeah.
This is a piece. I'm not really familiar with this company, but this just went up for sale at Sideshow this week. And so I thought it was a kind of a cool looking piece. I don't know if you guys saw this one or not.
Cool colors, you know what I'm saying? Combination.
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's Quarantine Studios.
Thank you.
They've done like a Nosferatu bust. They did a 66 Adam West model kit. They did a Lady Death. Stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Cool deal.
So anyway, I thought it was kind of a fun piece. Nice sculpt.
And it's cheap too. It's not very expensive.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
It's $350. They didn't mention a scale. I'm guessing maybe 1/5 because it's 17 inches tall.
That might be correct.
Oh no, it does say 1/5. It's 1/5.
Okay, I was gonna say that height would be about right.
Yeah, but 350 is not bad.
Not bad. Prime One had an event, maybe something Joy. I can't think of the name of the event, but I thought this was interesting. They have a new paint for this one.
I love the colors on this one.
Yeah, and I don't know if this was a variant in the comics or not. I'm assuming not, but I like the colors too. I probably like this one better than the original one.
Well, yeah, me too. Yeah.
But I would assume this will be a very limited run.
Yeah, like maybe 100. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I would say that it's probably limited to the number of the regular version that didn't sell that were sitting in the warehouse that they repainted this one.
I was gonna say that myself, Jeff Delaney. You read my mind. I think that's exactly what happened here.
Looks like the Forever Sonar suit.
Yeah. But I know with the original release you could buy him separately. I'm assuming maybe not with this particular release.
Yeah.
But if Prime One can sell them, I'm sure they will.
So what's going on with the chest emblem there? What?
Yeah.
I don't know the story.
I don't either.
Looks like a arc reactor on there.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what they did here. It's like the Hulkbuster.
Yeah, because that's not on the regular one.
Yeah. No. So I don't know. I don't know if it's an alternate. I don't know. I haven't had very much.
John 678 says that's the White Lantern emblem. That makes sense.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. But anyway, I thought it was kind of a cool paint.
Oh yeah,
and it's weathered. I like the battle damage a little bit. I thought that looks kind of cool. It definitely stands out more to me.
Oh yeah.
When's this one coming home?
Standing out.
Whenever it releases.
Look at this thing. Look at the size of it.
Insane.
That thing will kill you in your sleep.
Yeah, it will. And if that thing doesn't kill you, all the little ones will.
Yep. Did you see the video they released today, I think, of them like kind of holding some of the pieces and putting it together? That gives us a size of the scale of the little xenomorphs, the crawlers. I mean, they're like as big as your hand. I mean,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Look how giddy Amy looks in that picture.
I was gonna say, she's like, "Get me away from this thing." That's exactly what she's saying.
And then on the video, they showed it comes with a remote where you can do the lights and all that. So it was cool.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations again. This is going to be a great piece. So cool.
Theodore is asking if anybody watched the first episodes of Alien Earth. Yes, I did last night. Enjoyed them very much. Should be a good show.
I wanted to watch them last night, but it was just too busy. So at the latest, I'm hoping for tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, did you get your absolute Batman in?
You know what? I got it yesterday. It got delayed like 3 or 4 days. And I read the first issue last night. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
That's great. It's good. I'm through the first 2 issues, so I'm not too much ahead of you, and I really like it.
Yeah.
Good.
There it is.
I am, if I obviously when I'm done with my Finch pieces, I keep thinking, well, maybe I need to get one last big one or something. I keep thinking, man, absolute Batman would be pretty incredible, 11 by 17.
Yeah.
I just love the look of him.
Well, what about 20 by 30?
Oh my good God! I'm gonna need to sell a kidney.
Yeah.
Didn't Prime 1 tease an absolute Batman?
LBS did.
LBS.
And it looks great.
Yeah, it did look really good.
It looks. Yeah. I will definitely be buying that one if I have any money after Finch, which is not looking good. How much can you get for a kidney? Anybody know?
Don't give up your kidneys. Trust
No,
me.
I'm kidding.
You never know when you need the other one.
That's right.
Again, these are on display at the convention they have. It's just really cool to see some of these, in real life. And man, this piece is still incredible to me.
Oh, that's that Lord of the Rings thing, right?
Yeah. It's so big.
Bullseye says there's an absolute Wonder Woman. That's fantastic.
Who's doing her?
Good question. We need more information, Bullseye.
Yeah, Bullseye, let us know in the chat.
Yes, John, I did watch Weapons, and it was awesome.
I'm seeing it this weekend.
I loved it.
What is it?
Weapons.
It's a horror movie, and it's bonkers.
What's it about? I don't even know about it, I guess.
It's the trailer. You must have seen the trailer where 17 kids run out of their houses at 2:17 a.m., never to be seen again in this small town. And it's an exploration of what happened to those 17 kids, and it's freaky and it's really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I still love this one. I think it's a lot of fun.
Oh no, Bullseye. Yeah, I know that you meant the comic. We're just curious who's doing it. Who's
what company? Yeah, what company?
Well, no, it's DC. Oh no, I'm talking about the comic book.
Oh, just that. Yeah, the
Wonder Woman, absolute Wonder Woman. I'm just wondering who's working on it.
I think they're wanting to expand that series. I don't know how many books they're going to end up doing.
Well, I heard another stream that Superman's really good too. Absolute Superman.
Absolute Superman. I haven't heard much about those. So anyway, these are just some more photos of the in hand at the Prime 1 show.
Yeah.
Look how big that is.
Just all of these pieces are so, like, who's got room for all these?
I think this is also available without the arms, but my gosh.
But still.
Yeah.
Some great looking pieces. There's that Austin Butler piece. Which looks just like him.
Yeah.
We always watch him at the next level shows, but man, seeing him like this is so much better, I think.
Yeah.
You really get an appreciation for the size, the scale, the lighting. I still like that piece a lot. It's fun.
Yeah.
Big piece. Vampirilla went up for pre-order. I do think she looks a lot better here in the photos than what we saw in San Diego. Jeff, you saw her in person. Do you feel like she looks better here, or do you think it just was the weird angled photos that we called her egghead? She had that big egghead.
Well, my problem with this piece is the portrait. To me, she looks like any random woman you'd see at the mall. She doesn't look like Vampirilla to me. Apparently Ant is working on that, but I do think he didn't do her any favors in San Diego. I think that right there, that image there, really shows off her body and looks like a really great sculpt. And that was kind of turned away from us. We kind of saw her backside more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
This was more towards a wall, and I think it's the best view, and we didn't get that in San Diego. So I think that looks fantastic right there. But I do hope he either changes the portrait or adds a portrait, because that just doesn't look like Vampirilla to me.
Well, and so many people said, put some fangs, put some blood on her face, just do something to give her a little bit more of that Vampirilla look.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of people have said looks like a cosplayer, or something being Vampirilla, which
from the neck up, I see her at Macy's all the time.
Yeah.
And she's not scary.
And not scary, yeah. But it's a beautiful sculpt. You're right. I mean, the body's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I gotta get up early in the morning, but it's awesome show. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Matt, for joining us. Thank you. Have a good night. But this is one I feel like does look good from just about every angle. Obviously, I mean, you have a lot of possibilities with this one.
Right. And God, half scale. I mean, it's huge.
It's 44 inches high.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Big piece. Some new in-hand photos this week of the Catwoman. She has definitely started to ship. This is the duo set. I ended up getting just the regular Michelle Pfeiffer by herself. So we'll see what I think. Hopefully she'll be here maybe this weekend or early next week.
The pose is almost identical to Prime 1.
Very similar.
I'm looking at the Prime one right now, and I'm like, that is the same damn statue.
Yeah, it's very similar. Just her head's tilted a little differently, I think.
Chris, did you do both, or you just did the one?
I just did the one.
Ah.
I really thought about getting the Michelle Pfeiffer, but at the end of, I mean the regular unmasked part, but at the end of the day, I just got the singular.
Do you still have the Prime one?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to have a tough choice to make.
I don't know if you'll have a tough choice. I mean, once you put them side by side, I think you'll have a good idea of which one you like better.
Yeah. And again, I got this one because I like the idea, knowing that they're going to do Danny DeVito. I know it's going to be a similar base. And they're also going to do a Batman. So, having the three of them with the same base or similar bases, I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really hoping the Batman is the return suit, which I would assume it will be.
Yeah.
And that's the suit everybody wants. These are some in-hand photos from. So anyway, going back to this, I should have her next week for the live unboxing, everybody.
Nice.
Prime One Studio posted some in-hand or work in progress photos. I thought these were cool to see. Factory photos.
Cool.
More Predator stuff, Alien stuff, Predator. These things are so impressive. Crazy. This one also went up for pre-order. The Josh Nizzi piece, the Megatron Overlord. This one went up for pre-order this week. I still think this one's neat.
How much was this?
Probably a lot. I don't know if I ever looked at the price point, I guess. I don't look at the price whenever I'm not buying it.
Me neither.
I just like, ooh, that's a pretty shiny thing, and move on. But these Transformer pieces have all been really cool. Look at the tread on the cape.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's neat. Neat piece. I saw these posted. I thought these were really neat. This is from Pure Arts. I don't know if they had this one on display. Did they have this one, Jeff, at the San Diego Comic-Con, or is this one we're just now seeing?
Pure Arts wasn't there this year.
Okay. Anyway, I thought this was a really neat ZBrush render here. Look at the detail.
That's really cool.
Like the lace on her hand. I really appreciate ZBrush renders like this because sometimes when things are painted, you can't always see the detail, and this one's really pretty. I think Pure Arts has been doing a really nice job lately with their items. I don't know what this is. This is from Resident Evil, I believe. Oh yeah, it does say that. Village. So anyway, fun piece if you're a horror collector. They teased a Wednesday from Hot Toys. I don't feel like they, at least on the initial teaser of her face, I don't think that looks like her.
So I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard for other companies than Hot Toys to get likenesses right when Hot Toys seems to do such a good job of it? Why aren't people just mirroring what they're doing?
It's
a good question because they've done this for years. This is not anything new. Hot Toys, their likenesses have always been pretty good. So
I've heard some talk on other shows, and it makes me wonder how many statues that have likenesses that aren't that great are because they didn't pay for the likeness.
That's very possible.
Well, if you guys remember the Sideshow Winter Soldier premium format, the one where he's like on one foot, and it was an MCU movie piece, but that unmasked portrait looked nothing like Chris Evans. Right. Not a bad statue. It was actually a really good statue, but there was an unmasked portrait that looked nothing like him. So in that case, might have been true.
Whereas Queen Studios did awesome on the one behind you there.
Yeah. And the Christopher Reeve, the Superman, doesn't look much like him. I mean, like if you know the movies and someone's like, yeah, it's Christopher Reeve, doesn't look exactly like him, but
And we never know. Statue companies never say we have the license for this likeness.
Right.
They have the likeness for the character. They say that.
Right.
Right.
We don't know if Iron Studios had the license for Harrison Ford for this piece. No idea.
Well, the Deadpool Wolverine that just came out. What if they didn't have the likeness for Hugh Jackman, and that's why they didn't do an unmasked portrait, because they've done that. They've done unmasked portraits on other stuff. The Captain America behind me, he has a masked portrait, and he's got that one that's not masked, and that one looks like Christopher Evans. You know, so I don't know. I think you're right.
I remember some people think on the Delato Superman on Throne that those pieces, those portraits, those are all slightly off from the characters or actors they're supposed to represent, because maybe Prime didn't buy any of those likenesses.
Well, the art, the Delato art that comes from it was supposed to be kind of like a
Chris Reeve
homage, to Christopher Reeve. So, but it doesn't look exactly like him. It looks like the art, but it wasn't like the art was ever supposed to be. It wasn't advertised as Christopher Reeve. It just
but there's like 5 more portraits.
Right. None of those. Well, the other one's a Jim Lee one. The other one is a Henry Cavill-ish. And I'm sure that they didn't pay for those licenses, right? But I think if you look at it, you'll be like, it kind of looks like it could be Henry Cavill, or it could just be another version of Superman. You know,
I would love to have
going to pay for that, though.
I would love to have a company on, and then they explain how that works. Like you have the right to do the character, but maybe there's an extra fee and approval to get the likeness for that character. So it would be really interesting to see, because I'm sure that they try to make it ish.
Yeah, like if you're Henry Cavill and you see that statue, are you like, that kind of is that supposed to be me? Because it kind of does look like him. It's the first thing we all said.
Yeah,
right.
It's interesting. Billy, I want to show you a picture that you sent. Now that we're done with these, this is posted by Ant. Gives you a little idea how big this thing is going to be.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's insane.
Also, Jeff, I want to give, not this Jeff, but the Jeff Houghton, I want to give him a shout out. He sent me some photos that I am not allowed to share, but I thank you very much for sharing them with me, because they are awesome. And so hopefully we'll be able to reveal those maybe on the next show. So anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up here tonight. I want to thank everybody, 100 people watching right now. Thank you guys for so very much for being here with us. 2 weeks, we're going to be having Chad from Tweeterhead on to address some of the issues going on with them. Hopefully that all pans out. Of course, it'll depend on his schedule, but he would like to come on. Anything else going on in the next 2 weeks, guys, that we need to be made aware of? Anything going on in your channel, Jeff? You want to plug?
I'm going to Disney.
He's going to Disney. And we're going to Disney.
You guys are going to. We're all going to Disney, and none of us won the Super Bowl.
But are you going to California or Florida?
I'm going to Florida.
That's another coast, man.
Yeah. Jeff doesn't even know what Florida is, so it's like he's like this. Like, don't
Chris, when you go, you have to like stuff them in your bag and bring them to MegaCon. So that's
my plan. I've got the chloroform. I've got everything ready to go. I've got a giant.
I feel like Jeff would melt in Florida. Like it would just be way too humid for him.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it gets humid here sometimes, but not like Florida.
Yeah, in Florida, you walk out the door and you're instantly sweaty.
Yeah, it's like 75 and beautiful over there all the time.
Yeah, I'm good here. I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And Disneyland's 20 minutes away. So.
Jesus. But I will let you know when I make my. I still want to go to Adventure Campus. So. Yeah.
I might do a review of a little statue I have named. I think his name is Blorp.
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 All right, Blorp. Well, you're going to have a Blorp statue review.
Monsterpalooza, Mark Newman posted pictures of a few pieces he was bringing to Monsterpalooza, and he was bringing them to sell unpainted, but he was going to paint himself 5 of each one. And I bought a painted Blorp.
That's awesome.
I never did a review, so I might do a review.
Well, you should. I almost bought one from him. I almost bought that Phantom of the Opera, which I loved.
Yeah.
So good. So
he's
good.
Awesome.
I was like, I don't know where I'd put it. I was like, I don't know. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching tonight again. Just you guys are so amazing. Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you for being part of the chat. Thank you for continuing to be a positive light in this community. Really appreciate you guys. I want to thank Jeff, Billy, and of course Matt. I want to send our well wishes, of course, to the rest of the Rogues who were busy tonight. We'll be back in a couple weeks, of course, and again, I'll have this review going up, the Supercraft Morgan piece, and also probably Catwoman review coming up. I've got art to unbox. I've got the Danny Earls, that big Gotham print arrives tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that. I have no idea where it's going to go.
That's already getting, yeah, wow.
Yeah, so I already got the thing. It says it's arriving tomorrow.
Holy moly.
So I was really excited about that. So got a lot of art coming in. Should have a Bermejo piece coming in this month, maybe. So we'll see. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody.
See y'all, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.